How's it going, you guys? AZ Plyo 21 back again with another episode of our UFC save in WMMA 5. And here today we have UFC Fight Night TAVARES versus BURLINSON, a middleweight main event. Basically, a title shot is on the line in this one between Brad Tavares and Justin Burlinson. Sorry, I burped. Let's go ahead and take a look. What else we got? We got Thiago Moises versus Gregor Gillespie in our next episode. And then UFC 305, 5 title fights on that card. Dustin Poirier versus Jeremy Kennedy. Should be a good one. Let's go ahead and take a look at how our rankings have shaped up since our last fight card. No real changes at heavyweight or light heavyweight. Super middleweight, we do have Fabian Edwards in there now. Nothing at middleweight. At welterweight, we got a couple people moving up. Joey Davis moving down quite a bit after losing to Tony Ferguson. Nothing at super lightweight or lightweight. Featherweight, we do have Tyler Diamond in the rankings now. Congrats to him. Bantamweight, Dominic Cruz is back in there. Kikeru Fuma up to number 5. Flyweight, Elias Garcia is back in the rankings. Nothing at featherweights, nothing at bantamweight. At flyweight, we got Yanan Wu back in the mix. And then at strawweight, Zhang Wei Li back up to number 8. Corey McKenna down to number 17. Ouch. Let's go ahead and get this one started. It's UFC Fight Night TAVARES versus BURLINSON. Appreciate you guys, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. As always, links to it is going to be down in the description below. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff. First prelim, Charles Air Jourdain taking on Jim Miller. This would be a pretty good fight in real life, if I do say so myself. Air Jourdain minus 330 taking on 41-year-old Jim Miller, and Jim Miller gets knocked out in 29 seconds. Would not be surprised to see Jim Miller retire here. That is his 4th straight loss. He does not retire. Charles Jourdain getting a big win here on the prelims. Tim Elliott taking on Luca Iovine in the bantamweight division, and it's Iovine getting the TKO win in round number 2. He's now 6-3 in the UFC. Roberto de Souza taking on Ilya Kurzanoff, I believe also, in the lightweight division. De Souza 15-4 taking on 18-11 Kurzanoff, who is more than likely going to get cut if he loses this one here today. Quick 2 wins, no, 1 loss, 2 wins, and then another 2 losses. He's probably getting the boot if he loses here today, but he saves his job essentially with a big TKO win over Roberto de Souza here today. Luis Gustavo taking on Islam Makhachev, who for whatever reason in this save is just not getting it done. I mean, you can see there he's had a main event or 2. Last one over Sage Northcutt, got a win over Carrington Banks, but has been absolutely terrible in this save. I just, inexplicably too, I just don't get it. But he's probably going to get cut if he loses this one. He's a favorite to Luis Gustavo, and Luis Gustavo knocks out Islam Makhachev, knocks him out of the UFC, giving him his 10th loss. Wow. Shamil Nikaev taking on Themba Gorimbo, one of the coolest names I've seen in this save thus far. Themba is a huge favorite in the super lightweight division. Couple consecutive wins, including a couple big veterans in Anthony Pettis and Neil Magny. But it is Shamil Nikaev getting the decision win here today, moving to 2-2 in the UFC. A big time win for him in the super lightweight division. Kama Worthy taking on Luan Chagas in the welterweight division. Chagas looking for his 20th win of his career, and he gets it via guillotine submission in round number 2. Just the 2nd win of his UFC career, practically saving his job too, after he had a nice little spell in WEC. You can see there. And Luan getting a big win here today. Chad Laprise taking on Danny Hot Chocolate Roberts at the welterweight division. Laprise looking for win number 18. Danny already has gotten to 20, and it's Laprise knocking out Hot Chocolate in round number 1, the 11th win of his UFC career thus far. Moving right along, Justin Willis taking on Alexander Volkov in our heavyweight division, also on the prelims. Willis 14-8, Volkov 34-13, and Willis knocks out Alexander Volkov in less than 3 minutes. A big win for him after losing to Travis Brown, the 15th of his career. Carlos Boye Felipe taking on Zayn Flower in the heavyweight division. Felipe looking for win number 13. Zayn Flower looking for the 10th of his career, looking to go 2-1 in the UFC. And it's a split decision for Zayn Flower, the Australian, getting the second win of his career, the first one being over Valentin Moldavsky. Liana Jojua taking on Irene Aldana in the bantamweight division to open up our main card. Jojua has been kind of off and on this save. She's fought for the title already, or at least an interim title, against Juliana Pena, but since then she's 2-3, including her last fight being a loss to Na Liang. She's a huge favorite over Irene Aldana, though, and she does get, in a fantastic fight, by the way, a submission victory over Aldana, who's been doing absolutely terrible in this save. She got a win over Caitlin Vieira, and that somehow bumped her up to, what, number 11? That's insane. She's going to fall in the rankings once again, and she's very close to getting sent down to Invicta. Christopher Carpenter taking on Baliad Kawaburasai in the flyweight division. This is a pretty interesting one because Kawaburasai, number 18, I believe was supposed to go up against somebody else that is not Christopher Carpenter. Both these guys, really good prospects, though, on winning streaks. One of these guys is going to have to lose, and it is Christopher Carpenter who gets the win over Kawaburasai. Kawaburasai, I believe, has a win over Mighty Mouse. No, lost to Benavidez. That was his first loss. But nonetheless, Christopher Carpenter, the New Zealand kid, getting it done, 27 years old, 6-0 now in the UFC, maybe just a win or two away from a title shot. You gotta love it. Ray Sloane taking on Mr. Wonderful Phil Davis in the light heavyweight division. Sloane taking this fight on short notice after Phil Davis's original opponent did drop dead, get injured. Let's see, but it is Phil Davis. Less than 95 seconds is all it took for him to dispatch Ray Sloane. Kind of to be expected. Phil Davis continues his hot streak. He needs a very big ranked fight next. Funky Ben Askren taking on Alex Morono. This is another instance where Ben Askren's opponent did drop out due to injury. Alex Morono, a last-second replacement, but could be a little bit of a spoiler here. Morono did take that main event slot against Wonderboy, so this is the second time that he's kind of done something like this. But yeah, Ben Askren, 40 years old, but still doing very good in the game, coming off consecutive wins over Khabib and Tony Ferguson. So this guy, maybe after this one, if he gets a win, might just be a win or two away from a title shot. And it's Ben Askren with the unanimous decision, despite not even having a fight team. And he wants to fight Warlley Alves next. That could be what we do. Co-main events, Joseph Benavidez taking on Alex Perez. Both of these guys have fought for the flyweight title in real life and in game. Benavidez, 40 years old, coming off 4 straight wins. I mean, he should be fighting for the title if he can't help it. I mean, lost to Bagutinov twice. But it is Benavidez getting the knockout in just 27 seconds over Alex Perez. Benavidez, charismatic speaker apparently. As we arrive at our main event, Brad Tavares and Justin Burlinson, both these guys with the chance to fight for the middleweight title should they win in this one. Tavares has already gotten very close to fighting for the title, lost to Paulo Costa, but a big win over Fabian Edwards gets him this opportunity against Justin Burlinson, already ranked number 2 in the division. You can see has not lost a fight in the UFC. Sabaru Hada, Norbert Novenyi, Perry Filkins, Andre Muniz, Elias Theodorou, and Rafael Carvalho all can speak to his credit. Brad Tavares, on the other hand, again, that win over Fabian Edwards gets him this opportunity for the middleweight strap. Let's go ahead and get it going. Brad Tavares at AKA Justin Burlinson over in London. It's our main event of the evening. Appreciate you guys for watching once again. Let's get it going. Burlinson immediately going for a takedown, and he gets it. Less than a minute, and Burlinson already up on top of him. Tavares calmly dealing with the strikes from Burlinson. 2 minutes gone in round number 1. Tavares now up in side control. Halfway through round number 1. Burlinson nails a right cross. Burlinson shoots in for a takedown. Can't get it. Going for a trip. Tavares grabs the cage. Again, he gets the takedown after Tavares was given a strict warning for grabbing the cage. Round 1 seems to be over, and it looks to be Justin Burlinson's round as round 2 is underway. Tavares being handled by the 27-year-old. Both fighters coming forward to engage. Smartly hitting each other. Right cross gets blocked. Powerful right hook. Tavares wobbles, then falls. Burlinson unloading shot after shot. And the referee calls a stop to this contest. Your winner and now the #1 contender for the middleweight title is Justin Burlinson. The young man out of London getting it done. 18-1, a big win over Brad Tavares. And he will now be fighting for the middleweight championship. Fantastic fight between Joshua and Aldana. That is, of course, our fight of the night. And let's see, any first round finishes that we got to get some money. 100K to Phil Davis, 100K to Justin Willis, Chad Laprice, 100K to Luis Gustavo, 100K to Kurzanoff, and 100K to Charles Jourdain. Some big money given out on this fight card. Still got a nice little profit. You love to see it. Highest paid fighters, Joseph Benavidez, Phil Davis, and Chad Laprice. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'm AZPlyo21. I will see you guys at the fights.